All right. Now, Jay in Virginia sent this to me. If there is one sane person most of the time at Fox, it is Shepard Smith. And I want you to hear and watch. If you're watching the live stream, we're going to play the video for you also. What Shep Smith said recently, and it just makes me wonder how much longer he will be part of the Fox family. All right, Kathy, go ahead and run it. It's coming.
If you desert or commit treason, you have to be proved to have done so.
Absolutely.
We can't just decide because some people come on television and yakety yak and we get a report of this and a report of that, but that's what happened. As the Army said, as the Pentagon said, you bring them home. You bring them home first, and then you investigate. One thing is he's missing, you fix that. The other thing is there are allegations that he deserted or did anything inappropriate. Then you investigate that and let the chips fall where they may. It ain't a soup. That's it. It's not a soup.
He's a deserter by all, and it will be. He may even be a collaborator.
Not only was he a deserter, Bergdahl not only a deserter.
It was well known that he was a deserter.
Looks to me like a deserter or a traitor or both.
Possible deserter? Isn't he an American soldier until otherwise proven so? You can't have it one way on one situation and another way on another situation. It's not fair.
What are you swapping them for with 5 terrorists now out and about?
How far did they go to get one anti-American back into the country and trade up for 5 anti-American killers?
Why the Obama administration would give away 5 terrorists to get him back?
Prisoners of war.
Yeah.
That's the argument. You can't say, well, this is a war, this is a battlefield, and then change what you think it is now. You can have it one way, you can't have it both ways.
He was flat out anti-American.
Yeah, he said, I'm ashamed to be an American.
His father also wrote back to him in an email, quote, obey your conscience. That's 3 days before he left.
And we're hearing from our sources now that he's also having trouble speaking English, not even sure if he knows how to speak English anymore.
Yeah. We read that he learned the local language and he was disillusioned with war. If those two things are true, he's not alone. That's not enough. I still wonder what happened there and what his treatment was like. And if you're barely alive, as you described it, I would think a lot of things go through your head, and maybe this possibility of your thoughts being reshaped and your ideas being molded is not so outlandish.
Is that
An investigation has to happen, and I'm kind of disgusted by all these people who want to prejudge one way or another what happened here.
Like your cohorts at Fox, and when you, if you watch that piece of video, I think the worst offenders, other than this creepy goddamn Sean Hannity, the worst offenders are those ones that are on the couch in the morning. Steve Juicy and the other guy, and the woman who sits right in the middle, so the camera can get a crotch shot every time she crosses and uncrosses her legs, which is why. In my opinion, is the reason that most men watch Fox. They wait for the crotch shot. That's why they put the woman right in the middle. And they do that with so many of the females on their toy programs. But anyway, thanks to Jay in Virginia for sending that to me. It was again, I can't. I just wonder how much longer Shep Smith is going to be at Fox, because he comes the closest of anybody on that network to being a real news reporter. And who is the guy? Major Garrett used to be at Fox, and he got his ass out of there as quick as he could, and now is with one of the major networks. But the reason we play this stuff is in the hope that, especially the right-wing bloggers who monitor this program, and you all know who you are, if you had the least bit of decency, you would let your readers, the real psycho bastards who read your stuff, especially when you go after something I've said, but you would let your readers know that Dewey Claridge is a paid assassin, and that Fox is using Dewey Claridge as a source. But you right-wing bloggers are as degenerate as anybody in right-wing media. You wouldn't know the truth if it came up and bit you on your scrotum, and you know that. Huh, Kathy?
No, I just wanted to say something about Shepard Smith. Yeah, he's the only entity over the only human being at Fox that I have any respect for. And I'll never forget it. I hope folks will go back, if you didn't see this live, and Google it back when Hurricane Katrina hit the Gulf, and he was there in the street when Bush wouldn't get out of his helicopter. And he kept shouting at the camera, "Don't you understand? These people are drowning. They are dying. They don't have water." I mean, he was so understandably and justifiably pissed off. And I remember we played that audio clip at the time, and I remember thinking, what the hell is he doing at Fox News? Because all the Fox hosts were trying to say, oh, it's just a little rain, it's no big deal, they're being fine, there's no problem. And Shep was like, you're not on the ground here.
Right.
You know, the shelters are blowing away. There's no water for these people. So I hope folks will take the time to go back and look at that. And I don't know why he's at Fox, honestly. It's perplexing.
Well, I think you've got to understand, and I know you understand this, Kathy, anybody who watches Fox and thinks that they are getting news reporting of the events of the day, whether they're domestic or international, anyone who does that is a complete moron. And they're saying, I'm stupid, I'm ignorant, I want you to brainwash me even more, I don't want to know any truth, I just want to hear all this reassuring babble that you freaks are feeding to me because I'm a coward, I'm terrified, and mainly, I don't like the black guy in the White House. We'll be right back.